going to Isaiah 27 and verse 1, and it says, in that day, the Lord, with his sore and great, strong sword, shall punish Leviathan, the piercing serpent, even Leviathan, that crooked serpent, and he shall slay the dragon that is in the sea. So persons are looking at this and they're saying that this Leviathan, this massive serpent, and I think they said that they saw it in Antarctica some
Antarctica.
time ago,
Mhm.
and now it is in the Caribbean
See,
Sea.
yes.
And so, the United States has
Mhm.
moved this massive warship.
Yeah.
I think the Eisenhower, the biggest warship in the world, and the most technologically advanced ship, and containing nuclear weapons and so on. Um, it is en route to the Caribbean Sea as we
Yeah.
speak,
Yes.
and so one is it is being surmised that this is the mission
Mhm.
to destroy Leviathan.
So we want to say a special good morning to those persons who have joined us on the internet. Thank you so very much that you are able to join us, and we pray that our internet will be stable enough where you can stay with us until the end. We also want to again thank those who have joined us on the radio, and as you have heard Anthony said about Leviathan and the fact that so many persons are speaking about Leviathan being in the sea and the places where Leviathan is found, and they are surmising that they have seen things. And so we are going to look at it from the Bible's perspective. Anthony just read to you Isaiah 27 and verse 1. Um, and it tells us about the destruction, how the Lord plans to destroy a Leviathan. I'm just going to repeat it, Anthony,
Yes,
that text.
yes,
It says,
yes.
in that day, the Lord with his sore and great and strong sword will punish Leviathan, the piercing serpent. Or you understand the Isaiah's description of Leviathan. It says the piercing serpent, even Leviathan, that crooked serpent. So it's a piercing serpent,
Right.
and it's a crooked serpent. And we are going to look at what the word actually means, the word Leviathan means. And we are looking also at the word serpent, piercing and crooked serpent. And is there a serpent found in the sea? Leviathan. The Bible continues, and he shall slay the dragon. And so it's not just the description is not just a serpent, it's also a dragon. And this dragon dwells in the sea. It says, and he shall slay the dragon that dwells in the sea. One of the first things we do, Anthony, is to look at what the word Leviathan mean. Um, and we look at it in the concordance, but we did a deep dive as to the meaning.
Right.
The meaning of it really is two syllables. You see, you have Satan, those two syllables, say and tan, those two syllables. And in Leviathan, it is also two syllables. But when it is translated to English, and for us to be able to pronounce it, it is Leviathan. We call it Leviathan based on the pronunciation. The meaning then is a wreathed animal that is figuratively the constellation. So for those who constellation, when you look at a constellation that constellation, it's Leviathan that is in that constellation. The meaning is that it is also of Babylon. And
Yeah, that says that Satan they are seeing the outline of a massive serpent
Yes.
or snake looking thing. Yeah.
And it says, and the great dragon was called out, the serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. And so sometimes the activities that we see, and sometimes some things we realize, we believe we are encountering, it is a deception.
Right.
It says, and the great dragon was cast out, that was serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceived the whole world. He was cast out into the earth,
Right.
and his angels were cast out with him.
So it's not just Leviathan that they are pursuing, but there is also the fallen angels that
Exactly.
came with him.
Yes.
So
Yes.
if I mean, and this is just a matter of you say if let's say they should destroy whatever they are seeing now, it means that it's angels that were cast out with it
Exactly.
would
Exactly.
also be in existence.
Would
So now
also
how
be in
would you
existence.
account for those?
Exactly.
And can you destroy Satan?
Can you destroy
Can
Satan?
humanity
Yes,
destroy
because he can
Satan?
humanity, because
Mhm.
it is Isaiah 27 says it is God who will use his great sword, which
Yeah.
is also symbolic sword of destruction,
Right.
and go to sword with war and so on.
Right.
Sword is a so let us continue with the text. Verse
Yeah.
10 says,
Mhm.
and I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength, and the kingdom of our God and the power of his Christ. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accuseth them before God day and night. And so, Satan does that, Leviathan does it. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto death. Now look at verse 12, Anthony. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and he that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea,
Yeah.
for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Usually, when we're analyzing the text,
Yeah.
Anthony, Revelation 12:7-9, we look at the war in heaven, we look at all of the concept, but there's a part of it that we normally don't pay much attention to. The part that says the sea, woe to the inhabitants of the earth we pay attention to, and of the sea.
Right.
And why is it sea? Because the Leviathan is understood to be a sea monster,
Right.
and he's also an earth monster.
Yes.
So he's on the earth and he's on the sea, and the dual personality. So anywhere you go on this earth, in this world, you cannot escape. If you're on land, he's there. If you go in the sea, he's there.
Yes.
Anywhere you go, Satan will be there.
Yes.
Leviathan will be there.
Interestingly, Nebert, verse 11
Yes.
gives us the prescription
Yes.
for destroying Leviathan. And if you notice, what our first destroy this one, you know, is human invention, the or the one of this situation and came in by the blood, by the of the
Money.
and not die. The dead, the solution of Leviathan is not war. And so what we see inspired in the Caribbean, it's a war.
Yeah.
Is so that's a distraction.
Exactly. Well,
The key part is that is a massive serpent is um, they are intent, but like I said, the Bible is really 12 and verse. If if this will try this serpent,
It is the same two words that are used in the description. Satan, the same two syllables. Leviathan, Luthan, the same syllables. But in the translation, bring it across English, it had to be Leviathan. Tan, you know, the tan, and the Satan is the same kind of thing. Luthan, Satan, Leviathan, the same. Depends on the language structure that you're looking at it from. And so we go to 2 Corinthians 11, verse 13 to 15, because we are looking then, Anthony, at Leviathan, Satan, and how Satan works. And if Satan approaches you now, how would he approach you? How would you see what manner is it that his temptations would take? What manner is it that he would come to you? So 2 Corinthians 11, 13 to 15 says, for such are false apostles. And you know, we want to look at what is happening in the Caribbean. I want to look at people who are preaching, especially about the laws being abandoned and being done. Right. For such are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves in the apostles of Christ. And look at verse 14. And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. Therefore, it is no great thing if his ministers also be transformed as the ministers of righteousness, whose end shall be according to their works. I want to kind of zero in, Anthony, on verse 14. And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light, which means that Satan can transform himself into whatever it is that he wants to be transformed in. In this instance, an angel of light means that it is somebody who appears to be trustworthy, somebody who appears to be someone that you can go to speak with, being led by, because God's angels are angels of light. And so Satan being transformed into an angel of light can only be, he only does it because he wants to lead astray God's persons who are looking to follow God.
Yes, and when you look at the genesis of the controversy between humanity and Satan, Nebert, you find that in the Garden of Eden, Satan was transformed. So Satan occupied the serpent as the medium to destroy Eve. And and so when the Bible tells us that Satan is transformed into an angel of light in our era right now, so one would wonder, so what form is Satan in? Is he still in the sea as this massive thing that they are now hunting to destroy, or is it that Satan is using medium in order to destroy the souls of humanity? Now remember, the Bible says, verse 14, and no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. What is that now? How do we see that? Is it that Satan himself is going to come down and pretend to be an angel? The Bible tells us that the encounter that Jesus had with Satan, Satan appeared to him as an angel, and told him, man, turn the stone into bread, and you know, all this I'll give to you, and so on and so forth. Is it the same thing that is going to be happening to us today, or is it that is happening now? Well, the Bible tells us in Revelation chapter 13 that there would be an antichrist system. If you notice Revelation 13, 1 to 10, it speaks to a beast system, the first beast. And incidentally, that first beast came out of the sea, you know.
Came out of the sea.
The serpent.
And we're also going to look to see why the serpent is in the sea.
And the serpent is looked on as a beast.
Exactly.
The beast came out of the sea.
Out of the sea.
Right, so being transformed into an angel of light. What we are looking at, and we give you a broad outline, and then we go through the details. The beast that came out of the sea, if you notice, it took on an imagery of one that transmits light. So it formed a church system. And it speaks to that the to the gospel of Christ. As paganism, has transformed. You can, when you look at this woman,
that because appeared as something it looked like something that is good.
right.
And so let us examine, look at Genesis and see how this deception that it says, no, this serpent. Or when I look at words, means this it would be other than any beast of the field which the Lord had made. And he said, yeah, that's eat of the fruit of the tree. God said, eat